So over the weekend I went to go watch the movie Alien Covenant, and when the film finished I saw a lot of disturbed people walking out of the cinema. So I thought to myself, why not make a Tuesday talk about this? This is Tuesday Talks with Irene, Alien Covenant, philosophically musing David as Nietzschean hyperhuman. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche thought of humans as a species that has a split nature, an Apollonian and Dionysian side. The Apollonian side is purely intellectual, rational, austere, and disciplined. The Dionysian side is willful instead of intellectual, desiring instead of rational, wild and untamed instead of austere and disciplined. An Apollonian side concerns conscious self-awareness, while the Dionysian is all about the unconscious and about impulsiveness. The Übermensch, or more accurately, the hyperhuman, is a human that can harness the Dionysian side to Apollonian ends and fuse desire with idea in order to become a supremely creative being. So how does David from the new Alien movie play into this? Isn't it just John Milton's Paradise Lost, or is there more to the movie? In the beginning of the movie, after Mr. Whalen activates David and tells David that he's his creator, David asks Whalen who created his creator. Later in the movie, we learn that David kills off the engineers who intended to kill humanity, thereby killing humanity's creator, and then proceeds to introduce creations of his own, the xenomorph. Here there's a theme of creation and destruction, almost like an internal recurrence, but with a Ridley Scott-inspired twist. But where the Nietzschean hyperhuman comes into play is in David's behavior from the day he was made. David is an android and seemingly emotionless, a pure Apollonian being with no Dionysian nature. Over the course of Alien Covenant, we see David has developed a dark, passionate side. Even at the beginning, we see Nietzschean themes. David seems to self-determine, to create himself rather than simply stand for being someone's servant or being a mere creature. The beginning sequence of the movie makes it seem that David chooses his own name when he glances at the statue of David by Michelangelo. And David is hesitant to serve Mr. Whalen his tea or even play the piano for him. David has other things in mind. He wants to define himself and become a creator, not just settle for being a creation. At first you might say that David has become the opposite of hyperhuman because his Apollonian side is being harnessed towards Dionysian ends. But when we see David's motives, which is to create new things, to self-determinate, to become a god, then David's nature seems more sophisticated. He has harnessed the Dionysian side for purely Apollonian ends. His passion is not for simple partying, control, and power games. David wants to destroy the old and create the new. He is driven by a desire for an idea that is both intellectual and passionate, and David has the willpower and the brains to make it happen. He is made by humans, comes from humans, and at the same time superior to humans in both makeup and ambition. And while he's not quite human, his nature fits the bill for a dark Hollywood take on the hyperhuman. And that, my dear friends, is how you can take philosophy in with you to watch a movie. This has been Tuesday Talks with Irene. Please join me next week. And never be afraid to pursue the why.